As much as I talk about, AI and all this technology, there's nothing like spending time with a good friend in person. So I was just at the coffee shop. I didn't get really much footage of there because we had a really good conversation, really rich conversation. We were talking about my favorite L word, which is, well, I'll say my second favorite L word, which is leverage. The first one is love, but leverage. We were just talking about, leverage in different capacities of leverage, and it was just good. It was just a rich, conversation. But it's always, it was one thing to text, one thing to, be in group chats and stuff like that. But there's nothing that beats in person, and there will always be a premium on that human to human contact, and there'll always be a premium on that. There will always be a premium on that. So I'm actually just got to the office, but prior to that, what I'm working on, as you see here, really can't make it out. But what I'm doing is taking some time to restructure my personal and my business banking system, machine, if you will, just to get everything, on the same page. As I'm expanding personally and business wise, like, I cannot continue to bank in the way that I was banking before. So what I'm doing now is just taking some time to work on that, and lay it all out and add some more structure to it. So stay tuned. I wanted to share this with you as I'm sitting here, restructuring the banking inside of my personal and business life. I stumbled across this really interesting, what they call the personal finance ecosystem. This was a research project done by the National Endowment of Financial Education, and I've never seen a diagram, holistic diagram on your financial well-being. And I've seen different, you see different parts of these different parts of your financial well-being, like, spoken about in different segments, but never have I seen it all together in a very comprehensive way. And the way they talk about financial well-being, it really centers around three different things, like these foundational factors: financial knowledge and access, financial actions and outcomes. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I definitely encourage you, when you get a chance, to Google National Endowment of Financial Education, and then go to their initiatives here, and then go to the personal finance ecosystem, and take some time to go through it. And they have a little video here, but it really is, it's very broad and comprehensive, and it really puts some of the pieces that were kind of like floating around, and I put it in a really clear way. So when you get a chance, Google that, National Endowment Financial Education, and then go to initiatives, look for that, and check that out. Definitely let me know if you do. Let me know if you Google. I'd definitely like to hear from you and get your thoughts on this as well. This is really interesting. One thing that's standing out to me about this financial well-being is you can be making a lot of money, whether it be through your job, whether it be through businesses, and still be financially sick. And what this personal finance ecosystem is helping me do, and like expanding my viewpoint of this, is really checking under the hood. Because even like something as simple as like a structural policy change that's happening at a very macro level, how that trickles down into your personal finance ecosystem. And that's what's really interesting about this, is that the fact that so for instance, I just got word, somebody just messaged me, we're sliding into a recession. And what does that mean? What does that mean? Unless you understand the structural policy changes and things that happen to slide us into recession, you don't even know what's going on. And what this chart has done for me is really opened my eyes more holistically on how to really check my and my family's financial well-being. And to be honest, it's like, wow, there's a lot of gaps. You know, there's a lot of gaps in financial knowledge and skills, and even though, like, I'm acquiring businesses and companies, there's more I could do if I understood, the different levers that go into your own ecosystem. So I just wanted to, expound more on, my feeling from finding this. And I just literally accidentally stumbled. I wasn't looking for it. It was just like, I was looking for something else, and I happened to see this, and it was like, wow, this is really, really interesting. As you scale, one of the things you have to really focus on is building more capacity. So, like I was saying earlier, I started off, let me pull this up really quick. Yeah, I started off here, kind of just putting together, building more capacity in my banking, in my personal and business finance, and just overarching looking at, my financial life, if you will. So it feels good to have things kind of like just have it in a visual where, I can kind of see at a really high level. I'm just getting started, but I just wanted to just share this with you really quick, kind of see how I wrap my mind around, building more capacity. As you grow, I said this in another episode, it is painful. As you grow, it's more painful, and this is why it's painful. And this is the little nuances that aren't really talked about. You don't see, all you see is like the success and the highlights, but what's really going on behind the scenes, what I'm sharing with you right now, which is like, you have to be able to prepare for the next level you're going through. So for me, the way I do that is, I write it down here, kind of like model it out, but then now I'm starting to use, lucid charts so that I can actually model it out at a bigger scale, as I'm scaling as a person, scaling as a family, and then seeing that play out in the business world. So building capacity, and really you have to architect that growth. You have to architect your capacity to grow and to receive what you have for you. Because if you're not ready to receive your next level, you're not gonna get it. You'll get it and you'll fumble the bag. You'll fumble the whole thing. So always like doing that check to, make sure that you have the infrastructure in place to get to whatever that next level looks like is critical. And I would always say, you want to find mentors or financial advisors, or whoever it is that you have in your circle, even if it's a YouTube video, to educate yourself, on these things. Because there was a time when we didn't have access to all the information that we have now. That we have, we can always look for it and learn the language of business, learn the language of money and the systems that we play in. So yeah, I just wanted to just share behind the scenes. Today's a very short day. Today, heading into the weekend. It's actually my daughter's birthday tomorrow, so we're excited about that. So stay tuned. Been following along in my vlog. One of the things that you'll notice, one of the backdrops in my vlog, is the city of Allentown, where I live at, and there's so much change and construction that's going on, and sometimes I'll capture it, you'll see it in the background. But one of the things that brings to mind, that comes to my mind, is this idea of building capacity. That's what the city's doing. It's growing. There's a lot of growing pains, but it's building capacity so that the city can go to whatever its next level. And that's one of the things I wanted to drive home today is how are you building capacity right now? If you want to get to the next level, what are you doing right now to expand where you're currently at? So with that said, I'm done for the evening. And if you made it this far in the video, feel free to subscribe. All right.
Peace.